Okay. All right, Trudy here. I rarely do a live like this. It's kind of unannounced, and well, I'm watching the chat. So if you are watching this live, please say hi. And I'm going to talk about the performance value of being a PSI TV guest. Now, the guest experience on PSI TV is its own thing, guys. When you come on as a guest on PSI TV, I take my job as a knowledge broker very seriously. I co-create with you to share the content that we're going to share in that show to my audience. And I take that job very seriously. I don't need to be the expert. I showcase experts, okay? And that's who you are. Now, no matter how great your level of influence is, you are always going to have room and capacity for more. But that usually means you need to get in front of more people. You need to get in front of a bigger and continuously new audience. Otherwise, you will saturate. When I was in college, I was doing actually biology and chemistry, imagine to see where I'm at now. But we've all done these basic experiments, and you do it at home too. If you put salt in a container, at some point, things will stop absorbing. It will stop because, the solution value of it will stop dissolving, and then you'll start to see crystals. There is an absorption point for everything. The only other way is to add more water or add more audience. At some point, your friends and family would have bought all your books or known about what you do, but the world has 8 billion people. And unless you have a geographically bound offer, it means you have the capacity to grow beyond your little sphere of influence, beyond your peer group, and become more known in your city, state, nation, and even the world. Many of you have offers that can be globally absorbed, can be globally adopted, can be globally received. Now, PSI TV, because we have a presence on Roku, which is in 16 countries, I believe. And then we're on Amazon Fire TV, and Vita TV is in several more countries. So we're on 3 different platforms that serve a wide audience. So if you think about it this way, some people have a Roku TV hanging in their living room, but not an Amazon Fire TV. Some of you may have a smart TV, and the way to convert it, because a smart TV is basically a glorified computer monitor, it may come with a few channels on, but to really make it really smart, you usually plug in a Fire Stick or a Roku stick, and then it can receive that much more. So we're already on 3 platforms, but beyond that, PSI TV has been deliberately and intentionally growing our audience on other platforms so that when we share your content, we're putting you in front of a continuously growing audience. So for example, I checked this morning before I came online, we had grown by 65 new subscribers on YouTube in the last 28 days. And we also bumped up our IG presence by several thousand. So when we interview you as the expert, there's a bunch of performance value stacks being added, okay? A bunch of performance value stacks. And we take this seriously because we realized very quickly we were not just in the TV business. We actually re-envisioned our business model. We're in the influential reach business. So when you are a guest on our show, we celebrate you, we uplift you. You don't have to toot your own horn. When you go around telling people, I'm the best, what we have is the best, we're the best, It might be, but it is better received when somebody else says it than when you say it. So when we interview you, we are showcasing your offer in the best possible light. The other thing that is a performance value is video, as a basic format of what TV is, has incredible scalability. It is the closest thing to being digitally omnipresent as possible, because we are finite creatures. We can be in one space and one time. But even as I share this video, it potentially can be seen by thousands or millions of people. So the video platform itself is amazing. And if you think about it, there are videos that may not get, incredible viewership at the time of delivery. Like right now, I can't verify that anyone else is watching this live with me, but this video will sit out there and eventually people will see it. And sometimes if I come back a year from now, it's gotten several thousand views. I have videos that have upwards of 20,000 views. That didn't happen overnight. I'm not one of those yet. I can put up a video and it gets that kind of views overnight. But the point is, over time, the video will get traction, especially because I continuously work to grow the PSI TV audience. So you have scalability. You have the digital omnipresence. That's another value. Remember now, this is additional digital footprint that you didn't personally have to create, and is going to point back to you, because we absolutely make sure that our content is findable. We do everything within our power to amp up the search engine optimization of every show we do, in addition to it being syndicated out to many platforms. Also, when you come to anybody's platform, their stage or podcast, or in the case of PSI TV, or on PSI TV, you get that trust transfer. That is huge when it comes to performance value, because in an instant, my audience is introduced to you. They've never heard of you before. They have no idea who you are. But not only are you in front of them, but I'm telling them how wonderful you are. That's instant. You just, if you had to work 12 years to meet those people, to, just for life circumstances, instantly you've met them, and instantly they've been told this is somebody that you should listen to or can trust. So, I just wanted to say that video works for you while you play, while you sleep. It's out there sharing your message, and it's been sharing it. It's going to share it in a way that elevates you without you tooting your own horn, and is, whether you're doing anything or not, we're working to build our audience so more and more people are put in front of the content that is on our platforms. I just wanted to share that performance value. There's several other ways that being a guest on PSI TV has value. We're deliberately working on that value stack, to make it absolutely worth your time and the few dollars that we ask you for. Not a lot of people can work for free and sustain that and make it work, because, guys, the reason why we can grow our audience is because we are making a few dollars to promote the show. There are shows that are free. God bless them. If they will grow and sustain, and 5 years from now they're still around, fantastic. They've found another way to monetize. I can tell you, we're approached all the time to run ads on our television channel. We have chosen not to monetize our business through ads. Now, on YouTube, I'll admit, ads are run on YouTube, and we have no control over that. YouTube is going to run an ad on a video platform, whether or not your channel's monetized. They have the right to do so, and they do it all the time. But on TV, we have decided not to monetize through advertising, because we work so hard, not only to get the audience, but to get their attention. And once the person is viewing a show, you all know it, an ad is a trigger for a mental break. Sometimes they go away altogether, change a channel, get up, go to the kitchen, and that's a lost set of ears and eyes and attention. The attention currency is expensive to acquire. So we have chosen to forego income through monetization of ads on our channel for your sake. So God bless those who want to do that. It's not sustainable, and it's not the business model we use, but I promise you the price that we ask is no more than the cost of a dinner date. Of course, we can have bells and whistles on that dinner date. So there's a range, but it's not going to cost you any more than the cost of a dinner date. And I've run ads on Facebook and spent more and gotten less leverage. So I know the value of the offer we make. I know what it can do. Many of you, when I interview you, I research you all first. And there are a lot of you that have zero audience when you come to us. There are lots of platforms that are requiring you to have an audience before they'll even deal with you. So maybe even if they don't charge, which a lot of them do, the pay-to-play model is on the rise, even in the podcast industry. And even if they don't, they're usually expecting you to have 5,000 or more followers on various platforms. We're not asking that of you because we know many of you don't have that. And I went through that when I was in my time of trying to get my content in front of other people. And all the hurdles that I ran into, I know are the same hurdles that are out there, the hurdles that I chose to overcome on your behalf when I created the platform. I was not going to reproduce those same challenges on the platform that I now had a chance to control. It was not going to happen. So every hurdle I ran into when I was on my own journey, I made sure to remove for you. So when I research my guests, many of you have had guests that have 25 followers on Facebook, and it's usually family and friends. 2 subscribers on YouTube, if you even have a YouTube channel. And then, now remember, now my audience doesn't even know you. They've never heard of you before. I put you in front of them, and forget TV. You won't really be able to see TV stats, but on YouTube, that's one of the reasons why I share your content on public platforms. And many of you are getting upwards of 1,000 views on YouTube. Now, the moment I drop another video, sometimes they'll look at what's the next thing I've thrown up. But most of my guests are getting upwards of 1,000, 2,000, 3,000, 5,000 views on their show. These are people who never heard of you before, will never have heard of you, except you're in front of my audience and they're checking out what you have to say. So I just wanted to share with you today the performance value of being a guest on PSI TV. And hey, this is 2024. And unless you decide to stay a tiny fish in a tiny pond, if you have something worth sharing, a candle should not be covered up. A candle illuminates for others to see and to have a transformation, to get light on the path that they're trying to travel. So if you have got that light, you do need to let it shine. You do need to put it up on that hill. Let us help you do some of that footwork. Let's help you with that digital footprint, that search engine optimization, that findability, that performance value. Trudy Verman here. Super simple to find. And I do look forward to connecting with you.